And they're off in the Monday opener. There goes Saloon Girl between far outside, flying by between flight control and at the rail is Laughter. A length back to Band from Midway, a tight pack, just 3 lengths from front to back, and flight control assumes the lead. A length and 3/4 ahead of Laughter, who stays along the inside. Between fillies and mares is Saloon Girl. Flying by is 3 deep. It leaves Band from Midway 4 wide as they race around the far turn here. 22-3 the opening quarter. Flight control a 2.5 length lead. Jackie Davis trying to motivate Laughter from the 2 spot. Not gaining ground as of yet. Now she cuts the corner and tries to put a dent in Flight Control's lead, who leads them off the turn and into the stretch by 2. Flight Control, then Laughter. Saloon Girl trying to make up ground late, then flying by and Band from Midway. 8th pole, it's all Flight Control. Flight Control takes off past the 16th pole, and she's in front by 5. Now 6, all Flight Control in the opener. Then it was Laughter. So fabulous Fox. Post time for the second is a little over 21 minutes away. They're in the gate. And they're off. Eros' Gal shows her gray head first along the inside. Special Pal. These two have a length and a half quickly on Ramon. Far outside Jayla in between mares is in traffic 5 lengths from front to back. And Special Pal and Emmanuel De Diego assume the lead. They have it a length and a half on Eros' Gal, who's second. Along the inside, there's Ramon in traffic alongside of her, and on the outside, that's Jayla. The 5 of them race around the far turn through an opening quarter in a tepid 23-1. Special Pal, a length and a half. Eros' Gal trying to move up on the outside as Ramon saves all the ground. Gap of 3 now to in traffic and nothing yet from Jayla. The field makes their way past the quarter pole. Special Pal, Eros' Girl ratchets up the pressure off the turn and into the stretch through a half and 47-1. Eros' Gal trying to reel in Special Pal, who won't go down without a fight past the 8th pole. Special Pal battles back. Eros' Gal, these two headlong the final 16th. Eros' Gal finally starts to edge away, and Eros' Gal's going to win it by a neck over a determined Special Pal. A long way back to Ramon, and then in traffic rounds out the soup. Start of the early pick 4. Please note there'll be no show, try, or superfecta wagering. Scratch the 2, Fidelia. Race 3, scratch the 2. Post time for. They're in the gate. And they're off from mid-pack. It's Echo 7 to the inside. Stars Delight. These two speed off and quickly have 2 lengths on the duo of Love Thyself and Jackson Avenue, who's on the outside. Stars Delight and Echo 7 really going at it here. The two favorites have opened up 4.5, now 5 as Jackson Avenue improves on the outside into third, just ahead in front of Love Thyself. 7 lengths from front to back, 22-3. Echo 7 getting out badly there on the turn. Heeman Harkey trying to keep her on the track. She's all but out of the race. In the meantime, Stars Delight cuts the corner and has a length and a half lead. Jackson Avenue bears down on the outside. Between mares is Love Thyself trying to get back into it. Echo 7, she's in about the 12th path. They're coming down to the 16th pole. Jackson Avenue grabs the lead from Stars Delight. Love Thyself is in third, coming down to the line. Jackie Davis and Jackson Avenue a length winner. Then it was Star. Race 4 comes up next. It kicks off the late pick 5. Late pick 5 still has the carryover component. Here are the changes for the remaining races. They're in the gate. And they're off from the rail. There goes Island Ride, far outside. Call Me Penny to bookends a 1-2. Between rivals, there's Hypnotic Flare. Then Emily Reward and change orders at the back. 5 from the front. Island Ride and Luis Perez assume control. Between rivals is Hypnotic Flare. 3 deeps, Call Me Penny. They've sped off to a 5-length lead on the duo of Emily Reward and change order. Opening quarter 23 flat. Island Ride maintains a half-length lead. Here comes Call Me Penny with a 3-wide bid. Hypnotic Flare trying to keep pace from the back. Emily Reward trying to chime in as change order rides the rails off the turn into the stretch. Island Ride trying to see it through. Call Me Penny down the center, up the inside, change order. They're all giving futile chase as Island Ride loved the slop today. She's going to win it by 5 under the line. It got dead tight for second. And the 50-cent pick 3, 5-5-1, $10.45. Race 5 comes up next. It's the start of the late pick 4. Scratch the 2, 1 Vision. And they're off from between horses, there's Gold Templar for the lead. At the rail, a hustling Cabercoa trying to get shorts in the winter up front. And on the far outside, the returning, we call them Fun Coupons. Those three have a length and a half on Puckish. 2.5 more back to the Trailer Brewing, who's 7 from the lead. Shorts in the winter at the rail. We call them Fun Coupons outside. These two with a length and a half on Puckish and Gold Templar, who have 3.5 on Brewing through an opening quarter of 22-3. Around the far turn, Shorts in the winter, trying to put away. We call them Fun Coupons. 3 wide, Puckish swings into action as Gold Templar stays inside. Off the turn and into the stretch. Shorts in the winter. Here comes Puckish down the center. Shorts in the winter's almost home. Puckish up the rail. Gold Templar. Shorts in the winter drifts. Puckish dead aim. Gold Templar at the rail. Here's the line. Shorts in the winter, and Puckish got him. $56.50. Race 6 comes up next. It kicks off our final pick 3 of the day. Scratch to 1, Billy at the gate, and the 3s smoking it up. And they're off from the rail. There goes Sweet Julian hustling to the lead. Outside, here comes Scales of Gold to challenge and go right on by. Scales of Gold now 3 parts of a length. Sweet Julian back in second. Then we come back to Razuli, who's moving up into third. 2.5 to Extraordinary One. 4 more to Call Me Calvin. Natural 9 in his debut. Can see them all. He's already a dozen from the lead. Scales of Gold, middle of the track. A length and a half through a 23-second opening quarter. Sweet Julian try to apply the pressure, but he's losing ground. 3 wides, Razuli. Along the insides, Extraordinary One. Natural 9's out of last. Call Me Calvin's there now. They are coming down to the 8th pole. Scales of Gold is running up the score. He's in front by 4, looking for more. Sweet Julian's been chasing the whole way, but past the 16th pole, it's all Scales of Gold. Scales of Gold reports home a 5-length winner. Then it was Sweet Julian, Razuli, and Extraordinary One, 728, $6.15. 10-cent Super, 7284, $3.22. Pick 4, 404, $29.25. And they're off from the rail. Bald Kitten like a shot to the lead. Deezer Rock trying to keep pace. So too Stunning Sugar. Checking out of there between rivals was Little Thoughts. She's about 5 from the lead. And Bisa's at the back of the pack. Bald Kitten wins the battle. She got in front of the favorite Deezer Rock and has a half-length lead. Deezer Rock comes a-calling right away now in second. They've opened up 2.5 on Stunning Sugar. Little Thoughts progresses on the outside through a 22-4 opening quarter. Nothing yet from Bisa. The field's coming off the turn and into the stretch. And Deezer Rock trying to get by Bald Kitten, who's pesky at the inside. Bald Kitten still in front of Deezer Rock. She hasn't gotten by yet as they come to the 8th pole. Deezer Rock trying to surge past Bald Kitten, who's determined at the rail. Bald Kitten still there. Deezer Rock still trying. Deezer Rock finally gets to Bald Kitten and edges away late. Deezer Rock, 3 parts of a length. 1060. 50-cent try, 215, a dime shy of $6. And a 10-cent Super, 2156, $2.14. And they're off. There goes Chuckatuck for the lead. Nikki Brainburst right alongside. Far outside, Freedom Dreams. These 3 have a length and a half on Only Ladouce, who maintains rail position in 4th. Then we come back to Yearning. She's 7 from the lead. And the trailer is Aram Carliani. Nikki Brainburst made the top. She has a length on Freedom Dreams, who tries to keep pace in second. Dropping back is Chuckatuck. Only Ladouce is there through an opening quarter in an easy 23-3. Then we come back to the 2 trailers, Yearning and Nothing from Iram Carliani. Off the turn and into the stretch, it's all Nikki Brainburst. Nikki Brainburst has a 3-length lead. Freedom Dreams trying to run her down, but at the 8th pole, Nikki Brainburst is well on her way. Nikki Brainburst by 4, by 5. It's all Nikki Brainburst. She smoked them today. She won it from here to Gravesend by a half dozen. Then it was Freedom Dreams. Looks like courtesy of Equibase. On behalf of the broadcast team, staff, and management here at Finger Lakes Gaming and Racetrack, I'm your track announcer, the Big A, Anthony Stabile, thanking you for joining us today. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. for First Post. Until then, please arrive home wherever you're going safely. Have a great night.